Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to another episode of Mike's DVDs and Blu-rays collection channel, where I show off a lot of stuff in my collection, new and old, and everything in between. And this week, I've been watching a lot of spaghetti westerns and westerns in general. I've been trying to balance out all the genres that I have and everything, and I've been going through some of them, and this group of spaghetti westerns are kind of a mixture, kind of some odds and ends, and some different ones. So let's get right to it. And the first release, this is from Wild East. They put out some really good DVDs. Let me get a drink first. Alright, so the first one is this is a DVD from Wild East. This is Sonny and Jed. This is a two-parter, so it's got Sonny and Jed, and it's got the ugly ones on here. In watching this, I really got into the ugly ones. I thought it was really good. I thought I would be more for Sonny and Jed. Now, Sonny and Jed's not bad. It's pretty good. Thomas Milan and Susan George is in it, and he's a bandit, and she's kind of a I don't know, like a kind of a tag along, kind of boyish girl, kind of a tomboy, I guess they used to say, and they kind of get mixed up, and she starts following him and everything, and I watched it, and it seemed pretty average and stuff, so maybe I need to watch it again in the future, but I still I recommend this a lot for the ugly ones. It's really good. Now, the ugly ones has it's another one with Thomas Millian. It's directed by Eugenio Martin, and they say it's one of the genre's best. This is Tom Betts. He does the writing for some of those. And next up, this was one of the odd ones I'm talking about. This is, it's kind of, they consider this an odd spaghetti western in the whole history of spaghetti westerns. It's got one of the biggest stars of the genre back in the day, Klaus Kinski. Now, he went on and did all kinds of different stuff. He's a great actor. He's got a lot of range in him and stuff. But this was back late 60s, early 70s, where he was just like, shooting out, spaghetti westerns left and right. He was just like punching them out. Just one. He was really doing it for the money. He later on admitted that, he was just doing them for money, and he did the best he could. And I believe he really did turn in some good performances, even though he doesn't think so. And this being one of them, it's a really curious release. The company is called Gold Ninja Video, and this is a numbered Blu-ray. It's number 74 of only 300 made. It's got some extras on there, some bonus stuff. It's got the Moment to Kill, the 1968 movie, on here. But as far as transfer and everything, it wasn't that great, but the movie's called And God Said to Cain, and I don't know, that I was thinking with Blu-ray maybe it was a high definition transfer, copy or something, so I don't know. I think it's been scanned. It doesn't look bad, but it's not like a restored print where it looks a little bit, it doesn't look like the Wild East prints, let's put it that way. So Klaus Kinski in this movie plays a guy that was, he didn't commit a crime, but he was on a chain gang. He was doing hard time in a prison. The prison warden, the sheriff, local townspeople all knew he was innocent. They were all kind of covering it up and he kept him in there. And I believe he served 20 years or no, 10 years. Yeah, 10 years. And when he got out, he was basically looking for revenge. He befriends, the son of the warden. Now, he turns out to be a decent guy at first. They meet on a stagecoach, and it's purely by chance that they meet. But when it comes down to the end, the duel, it's going to be, me or you kind of thing. It comes down to it. So they kind of befriend each other a little bit. It's like the son wants to understand what his father did to this man and why this man, wants blood, basically. So it's pretty good. I mean, it starts off kind of slow. It's starting to set up the story and the characters and everything. But pretty good. Really, highly recommend it. If you can find a good transfer, that was the only one I could find, snooping around eBay and some other places I go look around and stuff. I couldn't really find it in a print, like on DVD or Blu-ray that was other than that, but I was really curious about it, but it turned out to be, a really good thing. Next up, I got this is more of a public domain release. It's got 2 movies on it: the Ruthless Four and Border Shootout. Unfortunately, the movie I got this set for the Ruthless Four. I heard it was a good movie. It's got Van Heflin in it. It's got Klaus Kinski again. He's in this. And super great movie. Loved it. It was a great movie. It just looked bad. It looked like they had ground it through a grinder and then put it back on the reel and scanned it or something. It just looks tore up and faded and everything. But man, the performances of the actors and direction and everything shines through, though, through all the roughness of the print and everything. And it's a great movie. I know it's available, I think, on a German Blu-ray. And those tend to be a little pricey at times. It just depends on, finding the right deal at the right time and stuff. So I'm going to still look for that because I really liked the Ruthless Four. It was really good. It's kind of a gold mining fable, so to speak. A lot of, I don't know. I don't even want to tell you. Just the Ruthless Four from 1968. It's a great movie. The other movie on here, Border Shootout, has Glenn Ford, but unfortunately it's from 1990. And I think it was made for TV. But the script's by Elmore Leonard, so maybe it's worth a look. I didn't watch it. I was really just interested in the Ruthless Four, and so I got that. So I'm going to keep my eyes out for a better print of that. Now, next up, this is one of these sets that, you see them everywhere. All the websites have them, like 50 spaghetti westerns or 45 horror movies or TV shows or something. But this is a peculiar release, I must say. This is from, if I can see the video, it's from Video Asia. It's a DVD set. And it's one of the sets. It's called the Spaghetti Western Bible Presents the Fast, the Saved, and the Damned. It's a 10 feature film collection, and it's a real mixed bag. I really, it was like $6. You see it a lot, and you don't know if it's got good stuff on it, if they're good quality or what. But I got it, took a chance because I really wanted to see a few movies on here. Blind Man is one of the best spaghetti westerns ever made. That's on here. It's got The Beast, but I have that on a Wild East DVD release. Massacre Time, same thing. It's got The Price of Power, which is also known as a Bullet for a President. It's got Minnesota Clay, which I already had Minnesota Clay on a DVD release, which they looked roughly the same in quality. But yeah, it's a very mixed. It's a very mixed release quality wise, because we know a lot of the movies are good, but the quality wise is what, and stuff. So, but I got to see Blind Man. It wasn't so bad. It's really better than some sets that I've gotten recently, and better than one set that I'm going to show you here in a minute. So if you see this and it's about $5, $6, snatch it up. It's got 10 movies for $6. I mean, it's well worth it. I highly recommend Blind Man, and well, of course, Minnesota Clay, Massacre Time, Bullet for a President. All those are on here in better forms. You can get those on Bluray and some other places. Really not a whole lot of money. I mean, Wild East has a Bluray, a Bullet for a President, which is about $15 on Amazon. The Beast is on Wild East release that you can get pretty economical. I need to find a good Blu-ray release of Blind Man, because I thought it was really good. But I'm going to hold on to this in the meantime and watch it until one day I can get a better release of it. But pretty cool actually. But on the other hand, we get to this release. This is a release called 12 Western Movies on 3 DVDs. It's like this. It's a nicer package. It's done by TGG Direct, which they do a lot of the MGM movies, a lot of the United Artists movies, stuff like that. It's kind of it's their bonus thing. So they squeeze 12 movies onto 3 discs. So right there, the quality is not going to be great, because it's really compressed. They're all jammed in there. But some of the movies on here, it's got Red River, which is a remake. I believe it is this was the one done in the 80s, I think. It's got a movie called Wild Bill. It's a Walter Hill release. Kind of fell through the cracks during the time when Tombstone came out, and some of the westerns that came out at the last end of the mid to late 90s. So I'm going to check that out. It's got Vendetta, aka Kid Vengeance, which it's not Lee Van Cleef's best movie, but I was watching it. The quality's really not there on that one. It's got Death Rides a Horse on here, but I have a really nice Blu-ray edition of it, and highly recommend Death Rides a Horse. But don't look for it on here. And the other thing about these prints are they have different names on it. Like, some of them have completely different names. They're the international print, or they're the American print, but they got the wrong name here, and they got a different name on the print. One in particular, and why I really wanted this set, was A Reason to Live, A Reason to Die, with James Coburn, Telly Savalas, Bud Spencer, and pretty decent movie. It's kind of a heist, bandits, kind of rogue soldiers, Civil War soldiers. Pretty cool, but man, the print was just horrible. They had a different title on the front. It wasn't widescreen. It was panned and scanned. It's also got the Hellbenders, but the Hellbenders was rough, really rough on this. So there's a great version from Kino Classics that you can get, and I believe Arrow may have one out. It's got The Angel and the Bad Man, which is, I think that's the John Wayne movie. The Proud and the Damned. McClintock, which is on all kinds of, price saver DVDs. Little Moon and Judd McGraw, and It Can Be Done Amigo rounds it out. Now, Little Moon and Judd McGraw, doesn't say much about it. I started watching some of it. It's from like the early 70s. I didn't really look it up, But it looked kind of interesting and stuff, though. But some of these, you know, I have the Hellbenders and Death Rides a Horse, which are really good movies, really, really good. So yeah, if I was going to get this set, if I was looking at it, I would probably pass on it because it was really kind of a disappointment. I got it brand new again on Amazon. It was I think I actually paid $10 for this one, so didn't turn out that great. But it's got a couple good movies redeemed, so I'll hold on to those until something better comes along one day, and I'll replace it and stuff like that. I also found a set that I didn't know too much about it. I was looking around, and I found another. It was like a 2 DVD set of a bunch of random spaghetti westerns and stuff. And I sent that out to a friend, so hopefully he'll like it. It was just, I don't know, it was some stuff on there that I had already. Most of the stuff, I had a lot of them, and I didn't know. Maybe he needed some, but if not, you know. Next release, I got this recently on the Wild East unboxing video. This is the Tramplers. This is a Wild East DVD release. And let's see, this is from 1966. It's got Gordon Scott, Joseph Cotton, James Mitchum in it, and Frank Nero has a small part in it. It turned out to be a really good movie. I wasn't expecting a bunch. I got a real good deal on Wild East website. I got it for $5 and something. So I was really happy about that. I had my eyes on it, finger on the trigger, so to speak, for months and months and months and months, and didn't buy it, and then I finally got it. But yeah, the Tramplers, I really recommend it. If you can find it for a good price, or $10 or under, or even I think it's worth $15. It's a pretty cool kind of a Civil War epic, like post-Civil War, and Joseph Cotton turns in a role that he's just this domineering, half-mad former, I think, captain or something, and he runs the town. You have to see it to believe it. So yeah, Tramplers, I do recommend that. Next up, I saw this last night, and it was great. It was hard to find this, and I believe this may be a Australian copy. I think I ordered it off of Amazon, I believe, of all places. I found it. But the movie I want to talk to you about is The Forgotten Pistolero, which is also known as something, the Lost Pistol, or something like that. The Forgotten Pistolero. Great movie, super great movie. This is going to be probably my big recommendation this time. Let's give you some info here. It came out in 1969. It's directed by Fernando Baldi, which he's done some great movies. For a while there, he did good movie right after another. He's got a good like 3 in a row that are classics. Which you need to write that name down. Remember Fernando Baldi. He's a great, or Baldi, great director, writer-director. This movie, like I said, made in 1969. Leonard Mann plays a loner whose childhood friend Peter Martell finds him decades later after a faithful servant has spared him away during an assassination of his wealthy father, and all of his father's staff, leaving only his sister, minus his duplicitous mother. Let's just say she's very, very bad mom. Together, Man and Martel fight the gang that has taken over Man's father's estate, and together they seek some avenging of his father's killers in this neat revenge tale with a slam bam ending. And it really does. It's really great. The actors I was mentioning there, what's his name? Leonard Mann, Luciana Paluzzi, Pietro Mantanzella. Really good movie. One of these guys in this movie reminded me of an actor. God, I can't think of his name. That he was in everything. I don't know. I'll think about it. But The Forgotten Pistolero, if you can find it, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't looking in the right place, but I could not find it on DVD or Blu-ray that random. I mean, I found it. I believe this may have came from Australia, or I may be completely wrong about that. It's got the MA15 restricted thing, so I know it's either European or Australian. But I really recommend that, guys. And finally, after watching some videos, I believe it was 101 Bronson's video. I don't know which one. It may be even from a year ago on his channel. But I was watching some of his videos, and he got a bunch of videos from Eastwood for Life. Carlos, who's a very cool dude. Very cool. He's always sending some cool movies to 101 Bronson. I've seen Cinema 77 get some packages from Carlos too, and he always picks out some of the greatest, coolest movies, and really cool editions, European editions, different ones. And this was one of the movies that I think he made a recommendation, or he sent this very one to Jeff at 101 Bronson. It's a movie by Enzo Castellari. It's called The Big Racket, and this is from Blue Underground, and this is the DVD. This is the very copy I think he got, and I was like, man, I jotted that down. I'm like, I gotta look for that. So I actually found it on eBay, and it was really dirt cheap. I mean, it was like $6 or $7 for it. So I immediately snatched it up and watched it, and really cool. It kind of reminds me of the Charles Bronsons and the, Taking Back the Streets, films and stuff like that, just done Italian style, and it's really cool. It's about a cop who basically gets painted into the corner, and he can't do anymore, to fight these criminals who's just took over a town. It's like the police captains, the detectives, everybody's just like not doing anything, or they're helping them. So he basically takes the streets back, and there's got some moments, some shootouts, and some things, some scenes that just turn out really cool. And if you like anything Charles Bronson has ever done, some of the Death Wish or stuff like that, you'll love this movie. Really good movie. The Big Racket, and this is by Enzo Castellari. Did that. So yeah, there you go, guys. There's some movies, some DVDs mostly, kind of a mixture of Italian cinema and spaghetti westerns, and I do highly recommend. Let's go through the movies once again, and I believe these two will be my big recommendations, or must see movies that I'm showing you, and that would be The Big Racket, and you can get this Blue Underground DVD really cheap on eBay, and The Forgotten Pistolero. Highly recommend those two movies. So you need to find those and get them, immediately get them. So let's all watch them. Let's do a replay of what we had. The Tramplers, this is a great Wild East release. You got to pick this up. kind of steer clear of this 12 Westerns movies on 3 DVDs. I think that's the name of it. I think it's just called 12 Western movies. Just kind of look at for this cover. Kind of stay away from that one. And surprisingly enough, I was surprised that this was a good release, pretty good. I mean, some of the movies are rough on it, but I would highly recommend this over the other one, especially for movies like Blind Man, and you get a good selection of some really good classic spaghetti westerns. So and you can also find this pretty cheap also. So take a chance on this one. I don't think you'll be too disappointed on it and stuff. But I mean, I almost have to say steer clear of this one, because it's just the quality's not there. But it also is dirt cheap. I think I only got this for like $3 plus like $2 shipping or something like that. And that would be the 2 movies on 1 DVD, the Ruthless Four and Border Shootout. Ruthless Four. If I could just recommend the Ruthless Four, I would do it. But on this edition, I don't recommend it. So write that movie down, remember it. The Ruthless Four. I know it's on better editions. I just went for the real cheap one for right now. So, and the next one, And God Said to Cain, a really cool. Again, another revenge story, Klaus Kinski style. Really good movie. Looks pretty good, actually. Pretty impressed. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Good, though. Get it. I know this is on available. I think Wild East even has an edition of that. And finally, Sonny and Jed and the Ugly Ones. This is a Wild East release DVD. I would get this one for, well, both of them are really good movies, actually. I think I really like the Ugly Ones better, though. So there you go, guys. There's some cool spaghetti western movies. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Again, subscribe, comment, and stuff like that. I really love your feedback. And also subscribe to my channel, and you'll see videos such as these and many more. Especially if you're into westerns, you're gonna love my channel. I got a lot of good western stuff. I think they're good. But anyway, guys, until next time, I am Mike. Be safe out there, guys. Watch good movies as always, and as always, stay cool. And I'll see you later.